So today we're using the KastKing Kestrel SE BFS reel. I got a spool with 8-pound line. I've got it on a 7-foot 6-inch medium power rated for a 6 to 12-pound line. Got a 10-pound leader with a Lucky Craft CB.1 Squarebill. Now the reason I'm using this particular Squarebill is because I'm in 5 foot of water. You'll notice I do have live scope on here, but when I'm fishing 7 foot or less, I always turn the live scope off because you can look down in the water with me, see all the rocks and everything. And I honestly feel for shallow water smallmouth, if you use that live scope to try and find them, then that beam striking them will kind of let them know you're there, and that'll turn them off. You won't catch as many as you will if you just don't turn the live scope on, keep that forward-facing sonar off, and just fan cast around. If you know they're in the general area, you think they're in the general area, just fish around. You're going to catch the fish, and you're going to have a great day. All right, that's the fish we're looking for right there. That guy there. We got a couple buddies with him. That's the size we want right there. Yes, sir. That's a nice one. Pretty nice fish. I'm gonna have to get my forceps out there, but that's a nice smallmouth. That's a very nice smallmouth. Come on there, buddy. There we go. Get that Squarebill out of the net in a minute. So that's a nice 2.5, 3-pound class fish. Good one. Alrighty. Let's go see if we can find some bigger ones. Oh, nice fish. Nice jumping smallmouth. That's what we came for. Beautiful. Burnie. Hold these rascals at bay there, son. It's another pretty one. Another pretty fish. Not a giant, but a nice one. Alrighty. Good deal, little buddy. Good deal, little fella. Found a Squarebill. Alright, come on, open that mouth up. Really? Nice. Just another tank. Wow. Now keep in mind when you're fishing with braided line, I don't care if it's what I'm using, like 8-pound or 10, 20, 15, whatever it is, you have to have a loose drag once you hook set, and you have to have a rod with a little bit of parabolic action, a little limber rod. Otherwise you can tear the hooks right out of the fish's face, because the no stretch line will rip the hooks right out of the fish. But this combination right here is usually pretty reliable to get them in. This is a pretty nice smallmouth too. It's a pretty big one. I believe this is a 5-pound class fish, if not bigger. This is going to take a while to get this dude in, man. It's a nice one. But the one thing I can share with you about these Lake Ontario fish And some folks know it, some don't. But when the sun gets up high, do not be afraid to go super shallow for these fish, because they will come up on these flats and chew like crazy. And I might have put the big eye on him. I don't know if he's 5, but he's a good fish. Yeah, he's not quite 5-pounder. But he's a pretty nice one. Let's get that lure out of his face. So that's the deal. Little squarebill bite for these giant smallmouth. I mean, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. There we go. Yeah, let's get you out of there. I can. I don't know. This guy's. But sometimes these things get stuck in here like crazy. There we go. Alrighty, so that's another dandy. Nah, that's only like a 4-pound class fish. I thought he was way bigger than that. He looked bigger than that in the water. Captain put a big eye on him. But team, you got to admit, that's a nice fish. No doubt about it. Alrighty, we're going to let him go here in just a second. Alright, let's this big guy go. Alright, you ready? Come on, there's nothing wrong with you. Come on here, buddy. Alright, there he goes. Nice and mellow like. Good stuff. Beautiful. See you next time, fella. There's his buddy down there in the bottom waiting on him. That's too cool.